To see, ladies and gentlemen, let's see it. Here's where we got the vendors going on, or not the vendors, but the presentations. Right now, it looks like they're talking about the pinball. That's cool. It's about 5 o'clock. Here we go. Fit built console modders. This is a giant enemy crab. Yeah, the giant enemy crab that's been made into a PlayStation.
Yeah, I read a lot of stuff on it.
That's not actually a wiki. That's just one.
That's
dude.
incredible.
He's amazing.
Oh yeah, that's beautiful. But yeah, I still feel like a noob because like I bought an LED panel off of Marco, and now I'm like, and now I'm like, okay, I should have bought the straight from Comet, and then I should have bought my own colors because it's like they're using cool white on all the general illumination. I'm like, I don't want cool white on all the white. And then it's like,
pincers,
oh, and they're using
there goes
non-boosting
Spiral.
on all of the inserts. But now I can't add an LED OCD board, and I'm like,
That is a crab.
The OCD does that. But yeah, you're right.
it doesn't work with you.
We also have the world's smallest
So
N64.
like, and then I'm like, do I want to buy the LED?
And a portable Dreamcast. And a Neutron. Which I would assume is just like a better Nomad. I assume it's like a better version of the Nomad.
There's so many people.
Oops, I'm sorry. The world of Nintendo. Oh, sorry. Well, not really. Here's the World of Nintendo exhibit. Let's take a look. Look at this. Excuse me. Oh, you're good. Power Blade. Ooh. Dick Tracy. Play Mario Kart. This is a Game Boy demonstration.
Glad I did. One
Fabulous games.
Oh no. It's probably too early to ask for this next year.
Stop. Okay.
Got the Master Sword. And Tetris.
She can help us get started on it because I don't know.
Here's another mysterious exhibit.
Well, the one that we actually talked to, like, actually took the time to talk to, and he's like, well, I have one that actually
Here's a Game Gear collection. Look at all these Game Gear games. Kirby Bird.
Might be interested in it. I could see Tower Track, maybe.
Game Gin. Video game manipulator.
Oh my God!
I mean, what would be your most? Well, yeah, I know.
Ben would love to see all these Game Gear games all in a row. I'm kind of looking for a copy of Fatal Fury Special, but it's pretty expensive. And also Games Master's Legacy I'm trying to find. What is this? Oh, I think it's House of the Dead. Oh, it's Typing of the Dead. That's even better. This game is amazing.
They've been waiting like.
My mom would be great at this because she was a really good typer. I don't know if her typing skills are still as razor sharp as they used to be. I've never really had an Atari VCS. Oh man, I have one of these. There's a TurboGrafx hint book and bonk stickers or something. I have one of these TurboGrafx 16 books, and I don't remember if this is the one that I have or if I have the other one. No, I don't have this one. Because the one that I have covers Kadash. That does not have Kadash. I'd love to have that book to complete the pair, but it's also, I'm sure it's really expensive at this point. Anything to do with TurboGrafx is crazily expensive. Oh man, just launched a missile into oblivion. This is Newman Athletics. Kaboom! Oh, look at this, a Virtual Boy! Play Virtual Boy. And then, look at that. Try getting away with making a game gun that looks like that. The Garcade is here. We like the Garcade here at ZTV. What do they got at the Garcade? Oh, funky man. We got a Neo Geo machine, and Tetris, and Rastan. Ooh. And that Punch Out. Oh, ball pull.
There's a little bit of delay on the right. So when you're, it's like on the NES, you're pretty instant. consistent. This one, for some reason, that right.
Yeah, the control on this is a lot different than the NES version. I've seen a lot of people play this one, and you know, because you're using most people that play Punch Out play the NES one.
That's the only problem I had. Is like that, but the right seems like there's just a delay on that.
Well, the left punch is faster, but it's not as damaging.
Okay.
The right punch is slower, but it does more damage.
It's fun playing it on this versus the Nintendo.
Yeah.
He's easy enough.
Man.
Look at him.
Well, the second guy you can actually knock out with one punch. Just don't hit him, and then when he comes back for his special, you pop him right as he comes forward, and you knock him down. But if he hasn't done any damage to you, he won't get back up from that. So you can basically KO him with one punch. I'm actually fairly good at this game. Like I can usually get to like the second or third cycle of guys. He's not doing a very good job of killing him because there he's just standing. Yeah, right. I apologize, that was not the Garcade room. This is the Garcade room.
It's not surprising.
The Garcade has many Garcadey things. Oh man, Cuber's cubes. I've played this, but I've never actually seen a cabinet of it. Got Death Ball. Then we've got Sinistar. Run. All those flashing lights kind of get to me. Alright, ZTV Maniacs. As an interlude before day 2 of Midwest Gaming Classic, it's actually Sunday morning, so technically it is day 2. I thought I would repeat a segment that I previously, that I did last year, where I test out the various handheld games that we acquired. So I've got the I got the Analog Pocket busted out here. I'm gonna see if I can get it in focus better. I've never figured out how to like manually focus. So we won't necessarily get the best picture quality, but we'll be able to see the game. So you can see here I got a small stack of Game Boy games and one special one. So let's I'll let's give them all a quick run through. A lot of them I actually tested because I brought my DS Lite with me to test out the more expensive ones because I didn't want to get burned like I did last year. So let's pop the first one in the list in. Alright, this one's fired right up. Okay, that's a good sign. I'm trying to get a good good viewing angle for you. This is Lady Sia. Trying to get yeah. Plays in a number of different languages. That's great. In ancient time, magic still flies freely and kingdoms are being formed. Terrible threat looms ahead, a violent race of beastmen who near neither fear nor pity, led by the cruel sorcerer Animan. Blah, 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 blah. There's a no good Nick doing bad stuff. Princess Lady Sia offered to form an army to wipe out the threat. Okay, sounds legit. Okay, we're gonna get some cutscenes and some plot. Oh, look at this. This is actually pretty neat. I won't tolerate this. Rawr. They are a threat. You're gonna end up as their slaves. She's pissed. You are overreacting. They're still very far away. And I'm sure we can negotiate with them. Yeah, that'll work out. And they're already here. I have your job to do. Alright, she's ready to go kick some ass. Oh, well. That didn't go too well. Please wait. Alright. Follow me. Okay. I'm not gonna play any of these. Sleeping on the job. Sure, the commander would love to see that. Oh, we can tiptoe. I'm not gonna spend too much time with any particular any specific game. I just want to test them. Oh. They've stolen your sword and ring, but I have a sword. You can get them back from the village. Till then, keep that sword. Oh, okay. So I just grabbed a sword. Yay. Please wait. Alright, so this is kind of like a platformer, hack and slash type of game. Alright. Do I really need somebody to explain to me how to climb a ladder and stuff? Really? There's a prisoner. Cut his bonds and free him. You mean you couldn't have done that? You just stood there. Rather than helping the poor villager, you just... Okay, and we can look around. Okay. Okay, so this one works. That's good. I've got some rubbing alcohol and stuff here in case we run into a problem. Alright. Like I said, I'm not going to spend a grievous amount of time on any particular game. I just want to run through them all and test them out. Okay, we got Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo Revival. Alright. Well, we got all the versus points. Survival. Alright. Defeat 5 opponents. We have 2 different versions of Akuma unlocked, and then all the regular fighters are here. We're gonna be Sagat. So there's Sagat. Look at him. Ken is cheating. Yeah, we whooped them all. And we're a big winner. Then there's like training, time attack. Break the car quickly. It would be kind of neat for this version if I could like use these 2 analog pocket buttons. Okay, stop kicking. Start kicking. Look at that poor car. Did you really have to do that? Okay. So that works. That's great. So we're 2 for 2 so far. Alright, let's try this one. Actually, now that I think about it, I did these 2. I did test these on my DS Lite before I bought them because they were a little expensive. Oh, we got a bad head. Oh, okay, clean the pins. Okay, give me a moment. Like I said, I know these worked. I know they work well. The Game Boy Advance ones I know worked on my DS Lite. The other ones I can't necessarily vouch for because Game Boy Color games you can't actually put in your you can't put a Game Boy Color cartridge into a DS. Sometimes they're finicky. The analog pocket's kind of finicky. Alright. There we go. Digital clips. This is Fantasy Star Collection. So you've got Fantasy Star 2, and Fantasy Star 3. Let's just see if there's any kind of save file on it. Just for giggles. Let me check the backup data. Data check complete. Oh, there is no. Okay. Let's begin the game. Blah blah blah. We've I know this game very well by now. Okay. I'm not gonna delve into this one because this game takes forever. I just wanted to make sure that it worked. Now that I think about it, I bought a Game Gear game. Here it is. Okay, we'll have to get the adapter for that. Okay. It was in amongst the pouch of stuff that I didn't actively explore. Okay, we got it. We're good. All right. So these three so far, these are all good. Like I said, I tested the Game Boy Advance games. I'm not as concerned about having a problem with because the more expensive ones I tried out ahead of time. Now, of course, it's possible that they don't play nice with the analog pocket. You know, like this, we saw the one that needed to be cleaned. All right. All right, this one's working right out of the gate. Metroid Zero Mission. There's easy and normal. So for those who don't know, Zero Mission is like a remake of the original Metroid. It's a really, really good game, actually. We get the morph ball. Don't shoot it or eat it. Alright, now we can... Alright, now we get a little cutscene. Double tap! Alright, we get the morph ball. Excellent. So you can actually crouch and do the morph ball. The L trigger lets me aim up or down if I want to. Listen to that rockin' soundtrack. What the hell is this thing doing? It healed us. So, like, when the original Metroid came out, like, none of the lore of the series was really established. In fact, you don't even find out the shocking truth that Samus is a woman unless you beat the game in a speedy enough time. Because even like if you have the original I'll play a little bit of this. If you play the original Metroid on NES and you have the original manual, the manual actually refers to Samus as a male. So you don't actually find out until you, like I said, until you beat the game that Samus is a woman. And then from then on, from every game after that, then it's established that Samus is a woman. I might have a copy of the original manual for Metroid floating around someplace, but... So here we have, like, no power-ups or weapons. my gun won't even reach far enough to take out those blocks. Ah, there we got the long beam. Fired long distance attacks. Press L and B to fire diagonally. Yeah, I figured that out on my own. I get kind of annoyed when a tutorial message teaches me something that I figured out on my own already. So now I can shoot all these. And find extra secrets. That's like I think that, I don't know. That probably leads me to where I fight Mother Brain or something. Oh God. I'll shoot him before he kicks my ass. Let me find another one of these dudes. So this thing kind of points in the direction. So this game is a little bit more linear than the original Metroid was, but like I said, it's basically, like I say, a remake. It's a remake of the original. So you saw it. Let's go down. Let's go down and save and move on to something else. See, now I got the long beam. I can go into that door and do whatever. Save room. Great. Okay. Alright, so zero mission works good. Like I said, this one because this is a fairly pricey game at $60. I wanted to make sure, that's why I brought my DS Lite with me. It's like, if I buy any expensive games, I do not want to get burned. Unless it's like I know the seller and I know like there's there's Game Together, which we talked about during the show, and there's another place I go to called Universal Collectibles. It's like, if I buy something from either of those guys and I have a problem with it, at least I know I can go back and. But like with that copy of Fire Emblem that I bought last year, it's like I don't remember who I bought it from. I couldn't relocate the vendor and figure it out and be like, hey, this game doesn't work. I eventually took it to Game Together and found out it had water damage in the card. And it's not like you'd know that by just looking at it. It was dead. Alright. So now we got some regular Game Boy and Game Boy Color games to test out. Now these I wasn't able to test out. Error. I was not able to test these out because Game Boy, OG Game Boy and Game Boy Color games, you can't put them into a DS Lite. And the reason I didn't just bring along my analog pocket was because I didn't want to risk. I want to risk something happening to it. This orange analog pocket would not be easy to replace if something happened to it. And even if I had like a regular analog pocket, like not this a cool limited one, it's still like $200+ to get like the basic one. Still an error. Still got some dirt on it. Hey, there we go. We got it. See, sometimes a lot of times they just need to be clean. It's just like, unless your contacts are really clean. Oh God, that's noisy. This is a history simulation game. This is Nobunaga's Ambition. And this one I used to own back in the day. That's why I kind of wanted it. I'm just playing easy. Which two do I want to play? One kind of interesting is like I actually know who these characters are nowadays. I know some of them are because I play like Samurai Warriors and stuff. So we want to play Usugi. Yeah, look at him. He looks bad. He looks tough. Well, I don't know. Let's just take a look at the others. He has low ambition, but he's good at war. Well, I'm stuck with this guy. Oh, you can re-roll his stats. I'm not gonna play this a whole ton, but let's begin. Alright. Develop the land. We don't have enough gold. Well, how can I get some? I want all my gold. Uh-oh. Damage. Oh, damage. Oh, God. See, man, we got effed up. Alright. So, okay, that one works. Like I said, I don't even remember how to play it. It was just kind of one that, like I said, and I actually have a manual for it, too, so. Now, this next one, I don't think I've ever played this. I may give it kind of a preliminary cleaning just to kind of... Like I said, I don't fault the games for needing to be cleaned. Error, okay. Let's give it a more thorough cleaning. That's why we broke out the rubbing alcohol and Q-tips. There we go. All right. This is Double Dragon 2. All right. I don't think I've ever played this, to be frankly honest. Black Warriors, Billy and Jimmy were ready to train their martial arts. Bring Billy here, bruh. Oh man. Oh, man, we can do a Shoryuken. Look at that. Yeah, I don't think I've ever played this. I don't think I've ever played this Double Dragon. It's kind of basic, but beating the crap out of guys is always satisfying. Oh man, you can do like a big knee drop. Look at this guy. We give him the boot. It's hard to line up with a dude and hit him. Can I get that weapon? Oh, give him a knee drop, brother. Oh, here comes. Oh, I'm taking punches. Oh, I'm taking hits from dummies. Look at me punching. Punch him. Alright. Start player 2. What happens if I do that? Wait, what was that all about? Well, maybe you gotta, maybe that's like, maybe there's like a way like you can join in if you're automatic, if you have like a second, like, Game Boy hooked up. I don't know. Okay. Well, that one works. That's fine. Okay. Very good. It just needed to be cleaned, which I kind of expect. Analog Pocket is kind of finicky. Like if it's not like super clean, it won't read it. I'm probably better off just like error. I should just clean it before I even try to play it. And not just assume that it's going to work out of the gate, because chances are it won't. I'm just worried that it won't work after I clean it. And I definitely don't remember who I bought this game from. Although it wasn't like super duper duper expensive. It was moderately priced. Just can't really get in there with that. I was actually looking forward to kind of to playing this one and seeing what it was like. There we go. We got it. All right. This is Mr. Do. We played this at the Garcade the other day. Start and remix. Well, let's see what remix is all about. Audio option. Skill option. Map detail. What is all this stuff? Well, it looks like. It's a little bit different than the original arcade. Maybe this is this the remixed version? I don't know what. It plays well. Oh yeah, we're squashing them. What is that? Oh, I don't know. What the hell was that? If you get all the cherries in a row, you get a bonus. Well done. Here's a weird ass cutscene. All right. This is actually a good version. The graphics are a little different. I don't know if this is the remix version or not, because I kept on like pressing buttons on the remix version. It would take me back to. I didn't know what the hell was going on. I just want to see something once. I can't tell the difference if this is a different version or whatever. But anyway. That was Mr. Do on Game Boy. Nice version, actually. Better than I expected. Honestly, I didn't really know what I was going to expect out of that one. Alright. I'm just gonna clean it. Oh, this one came from Universal Collectibles, so I have a little bit more trust in this one than some others. Again, it probably needs to be cleaned, but I have less worry that it will be DOA than some of the other games that I bought. Okay, here we go. It's DuckTales 2. Now I have both DuckTales games on Game Boy. There's there's Scrooge McDuck. We'll just play it. Where to, Uncle Scrooge? Okay. Launchpad never refers to him as Uncle Scrooge. It adds a little bit of color if you look at Launchpad there. Flintheart Glomgold is after it. The NES version of DuckTales 2 is incredibly expensive, and we did play the NES. It's got a lot of slowdown. The NES DuckTales 2 is incredibly expensive. I don't think I've ever played the Game Boy version of DuckTales 2. Hi, Uncle Scrooge! See, now, the nephews, they refer to him as Scrooge because they're actually his nephews. There are actually some floating logs up there. If you want to move them, just hit them to the side with a golf swing. Okay. Follow the signpost to get to the secret treasure. What? This version is a little bit different than the NES version. That was dumb. The game. This version actually wasn't too. I got this for $35. There's Webby. Uncle Scrooge, Gerald was trapped in a landslide. You've got to help him out. Horse McCults. I don't even remember that. And there's giant enemy crabs. Oh, there's Gyro. Thanks, Uncle Scrooge. Again, Gyro never referred to him as Uncle Scrooge. Take this iron adapter. You can use it on things that wouldn't break with a normal pogo jump. Okay, so now we got a power up. See, now you can break these bricks and get treasures, which pleases Scrooge McDuck. Okay, so DuckTales 2, that works. I don't know if it's just me, but the label looks a little faded, but given the fact that, like, the next cheapest copy of this game I found was like $50 or $60, I'll live with it. Okay, now we come to the holy grail of the Game Boy stuff that we got at MGC day one. I pretty much spent the last of my cash on this, so there probably won't be any additional purchases of any major sort for day two, but you never know. So, ooh, this one's pretty dirty. I did test it. Okay, so I'll tell the story behind this game. This is Metal Gear Solid for Game Boy Color. It's normally extremely expensive. Every other copy of this game I saw on the floor wanted like $150 or more. And I don't know what eBay prices are. eBay prices may be a little bit less, but like I had this flagged as like one of the games that I would probably never own. It's not like I couldn't afford to spend that kind of money on one game, but it's just like I can't justify spending that kind of money on one game. But this vendor had a copy for $80, which is still expensive for a Game Boy game to me, but I'm like, well, at least I can sort of say, well, I got a deal. And the reason that he was selling it for cheap was because it has whoever this person's name is written on the label. And then ain't coming out with rubbing on. So, You know, and I told the guy, I said, to the guy, I'm tempted to buy this, but I got burned last year. I bought a game that didn't work, and he didn't have a way of testing it because he didn't have a Game Boy Color that had any batteries handy. So he said, you know, if you find another place to test it out and you have any problems with it, I'll give you your money back. So I said, okay, well, he's honest. That's good. So I decided to take a gamble. I bought it. I took it down to Game Together, and they tested. They had a Game Boy Color with batteries. They tested it out for me, and it worked. Now, of course, I don't. Like I said. Okay, and it works fine on my pocket. There's always a chance that it works on regular hardware and doesn't work on, or it gives me problems on Analog Pocket. I have a copy of a Lynx game that does not, I cannot get to work on the Analog Pocket, but I took it to Game Together because they had an actual Lynx system in stock and it worked on the actual hardware. So it just must be like the Analog Pocket just didn't like the game for whatever reason. So here's Metal Gear Solid. We'll play on normal. There's Solid Snake. Call. This is Snake. Colonel, can you hear me? Successful Halo landing, I see. Nothing like skydiving at dawn. Present location, something. Heavy security. Make sure you stay out of their sight. Watch the radar to keep track of enemy movements. I'll go over it again just in case. See the radar at the top right? This large dot is you, the others are the enemy troops. So you probably can't see it, but there's a dot. Got it? Yep. Okay, once you've been detected by the enemy, the radar will be non-operational. Be careful. Your mission is to infiltrate Galuad, work with Delta Force to rescue the researchers, and destroy Metal Gear. Orders will be relayed via the codec. My frequency is blah blah blah. Call if anything turns up. To use the codec, just press select and then start. We'll be in touch. When a call comes, press the select button to receive. Reach me on frequency when you need to save. Okay. So Metal Gear Solid, we've okay, so we can punch. We can knock a sucker out with our Solid Snake punches. Oh, we're going to a truck. Has the truck started to move? No. But there could be items. Ration. Feast and flee. Use it to recover life. Oh, okay. With that we can lay down. A device that emits smoke. So we got some rations. Oh, watch out for this guy. Oh god. This game is kind of almost like a hybrid of like Metal Gear Solid and like the NES Metal Gear. Just punch him and keep moving. Because we didn't actually kill him, we just knocked him out. Oh, now we got a gun. Oh, okay, actually you can kill him. Okay. Press A hand, press B to fire. Okay, so now we actually have a gun. But it's loud and we probably don't want to use it if we don't have to. Oh, just some trucks. Nothing in the truck. If it says the truck have started to move, I'm leaving. 5.7 ammo. Okay, so I only hold so much ammo. Okay. No response. Oh, that's okay. Need anything? Well, I don't know. What are you doing tonight? She's cute. I guess. Snake, I know this is a difficult mission, but as long as you have confidence in yourself, you can carry it out. Confidence is the first rule of success, like Emerson said. Emerson? So you're a literature expert too? Aha, I knew you had me pegged as a hardware geek. No, not exactly, but you know, I did take electives in college. I purposely tried to learn things outside of my major too. I'd rather be a well-balanced engineer, so that's why you're always quoting. There's a lot to learn from things different people have said. I'll make sure you get your exposure too. Okay. Alright, so we tried that out on the Pocket. It worked great. Like I said, I didn't think I would ever be able to get this game for any kind of reasonable price, because like I said, every other vendor wanted like $150 or more for this game. And I don't care that there's a writing on the label. I could always go online to Etsy or whatever and get like a replacement label for it. There's places that do it because I bought a game once that didn't have a label and I bought a replacement. Okay, so for the last two games, we have to whip out the adapters. I forget which of these adapters is which. So. We'll also clean these. Oh, we'll clean this one. This one I'm not. If this one didn't work, I'm not gonna lose sleep over it. This one was cheap. Alright, so we throw it in the old Game Gear adapter. There we go. Alright. There's another game we actually played at the Garcade briefly. It's old Pengo. I don't know if I've ever played the Game Gear version of this, but I just thought for $9 it was cool to have in the collection. Squash the Snow Beast, Pengo, Snow Bee, Ice Block, Diamond Block. Oh, okay. So there we go. Alright. Ready. I don't think I've ever played this version. It plays pretty good. It's less brutally merciless than the original version, I can say that. Uh-oh. Nah, he left. I was trying to get the bonus. Oh, we got a bonus. That's great. If this had been the arcade version, I would have died twice already. Oh god. So this is how you get this is how you get the biggest points. You gotta line these blocks up. There we go, and let's try to crush a guy along over here. Yeah, screw it. There we go, so we got the big bonus! Now you get 10,000, you only get, if you line them up and they're against one of the side walls, you only get 5,000 points, but if you do it otherwise, you get 10,000. Which is big points. It also stuns the guys for a few minutes. Yeah, you can, I didn't know this until much later. You can actually peck the walls, and if there's guys there, it'll actually stun them. I never knew that until, like, not too long ago. This is a solid version of this game. I grew up playing the Atari 5200 version of this. Alright, so that works, that's cool. Alright. So this is the last one. I'm a little bit worried about this one because it's a homebrew. And I asked the guy, I said, will this work on this? And he's like, I'm not 100% sure, but I don't see any reason why it wouldn't. Because the analog pocket is supposed to replicate actual hardware. So this is a homebrew game called Wyvern Tales. It's a JRPG. I'm assuming it's going to be pretty basic, but I thought, and it was kind of pricey, but I considered buying it at one point. I just didn't because I didn't have a ton of money. But I'm like, well, when you're at MGC, you can kind of, and I have my bankroll for it. I can kind of buy stuff that I wouldn't buy otherwise. So we're gonna see if it works. Oh, hey, it works. All right. Well, I mean, it recognizes it. It says Wyvern Tales. Okay. Oh, there it is. And this is made. Of course, I don't know which of these. Oh, there we go. I don't know which of these buttons do what, but. Forthcoming lore, land ruled by gods and demigods, inhabitants challenge. Every 1,000 years to overthrow the Guardians, the goddess of nature seeks new blood to follow her and continue her rule in her name as new Guardians. May have tried and may have failed trial. 3 heroes brought together by fate, joined to face the trial of the gods. By boat, okay. They see a village in the distance. Okay, there we go. It's weird, it loads up and stuff. Okay, there's our thing. Okay, well, we got a little bit of gold. Saving, do not turn off the console. Alright. This is kind of weird. Oh God, look at that thing. Arf, Dairy, and Mori. See, if I was playing an RPG, that was the first monster I saw, I'd crap myself. Look at that thing, it's huge. Any magic? No. We got nothing. We did damage. We did 2 damage. 4 damage. Okay, well that's fine. I just wanted to. I don't want to delve too deeply into it. I just wanted to make sure that it worked, and it does. So okay. So everything we've bought for handhelds. I'll have to read. I'll probably want to read the manual for this one before I delve into it because it looks a little complicated. But everything that we tried out worked, and that's good. So at least we avoided that pitfall this year. So there'll be more Midwest Gaming Classic coming up. I just wanted to try out the things that I bought. Well, the portable stuff that we bought.